Wake up! What's up, guys? Ian here from Sleep Deprivation, joined by my friend and ranked queuing partner often, Siraxealot.
Hello.
So today we're going to be doing a little short topic. We're going to be talking about our thoughts on the recent soft reset at the beginning of this split. And for those of you who don't know, there was a hard reset at the beginning of Season 4, so everyone started at a base elo. This time it was a soft reset, meaning that wherever your elo was before, you started off somewhere closer to that before going through your qualifiers. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that and how we feel that is compared to, last split where there was a hard reset as well as opposed to Season 3. So I'll start things off. First of all, the thing I noticed in this split is that unlike the first split where basically people got scattered all across their board in placements anywhere from bronze to diamond, and people tend to be placed a lot in gold mainly, this time everyone on my friend list got placed into, and I'll pull it up here because they're no longer in placements, but they all got placed into silver or bronze, and we've been having to work our way up. I mean, I got placed into silver 5. What'd you get placed into?
Believe I got placed into silver 3, possibly silver 2.
Yeah, so I think you got placed silver 3, and then you went up to silver 1, and I went up to silver 1. My friend Optimal Sound, well, you should know him, Eric, from our channel. He got placed into actually bronze 2, and he's now up to silver 4, which is another thing in the whole, qualifiers are bullshit thing, because last split he went 5 and 5 and ended up plat 3. This split I went 4 and 6 and ended up silver 5. So even though I worked my way up to gold. So overall, everyone seemed to get put in a more condensed area, and I get why they did that, because a lot of people got placed into diamond because they got lucky, or plat because they got lucky and really didn't deserve to be there, and it pissed a lot of people off that had to work their way up there, so it felt like it meant less. But now, the problem I've noticed, and correct me if you don't think you've noticed the same thing, is that with everyone pretty much getting placed in, bronze or silver, with a few exceptions of a couple people getting placed into gold, everyone is basically mashed into around the same area where we can get paired with people that we shouldn't belong with. Like, it's even worse than it was before in the soft or in the hard reset.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I went 6 and 4 in the last splits qualifiers, and I got placed into, I believe, silver 2 in the previous split also. So it hasn't been that big of a change for me, because even last split, when everybody was getting promoted, they would get placed into, gold 5, but then, or whatever, silver 2, silver 1, and then they would get promoted once and they'd be like diamond 4. I never got promoted more than 2 ranks at a time. So the only difference for me is that silver feels a lot more like silver usually does, in that it's full of morons.
I think the biggest thing I've noticed this split is just there is so much toxicity, because the skill gap, I feel like, is further than it was. I mean, there's some people that are really good. Like, I had one match where there was people that were playing at around, my level. We actually had a couple people that are playing, better than me, I'm going to be honest. But then there was this one Neath on our team who was legit trying, and she was level, I think she finished the match at level 8 in 14 minutes. I think she got to, it was level 8 or something, a level or lower, but the point is that the person she was laning against was level 16, double her level, and she was trying, and it was awful. Like, there was nothing we could do. It's just insane that there's someone that bad that is queued up with me and people that are better than me. I'm not saying I'm an all-star, but I mean, I was in gold last season queuing with you who was in plat. We were going up against diamonds and plats all the time and holding our own. But the point is, I'm noticing that seems to be a bigger shit show, and I don't know if this is going to be a recurring thing each time the split changes, but regardless, it's not. It's been a little rougher. Like, I don't know if I'd say it's less enjoyable, but I'll say this much. I find myself playing fewer games. So, like, I would binge ranked games last split. Like, I'd play 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. And this split, like, you can testify this. I'll play, like, 1 and done or 2 at most. Like, if I'm feeling really good, I'll play 3. But I haven't been able to, fight it back up because it feels like I'm having to do that grind all over again because, we never got placed in a high placement and we're having to work our way back up just to get to where we were again. So,
right.
Like, for the
And I
people...
wouldn't necessarily say for me that it's less fun because, ranked is ranked and it's always got its ranked foibles. You've got angry people and morons and the occasional game where you get stuck with the sub for a pro team and he gets like 18 kills on Erlung Shen solo.
I remember that game.
But I'm noticing that it's a lot more frustrating, and there is, astounding amounts of BM going on.
Holy crap.
Far above the margin of what I'm used to, even as someone who spent most of last split last season 3 rather, in Silver 5.
Yeah, I completely agree. I have not noticed... I've noticed, significantly more BM, which, for those who don't know, is Badmouthing, basically shit-talking. It's a lot more, like, at least twice as much as any other time I've been playing. Like, every single game, someone is BMing someone, and about at least, I don't know, probably 2 out of every 3, someone's BMing me. Even if I'm doing well, people are just shit-talking me. Like, I was in, soul lane as a Bologna, and I was doing well, and I was winning my lane, and the enemy soul laner just started whispering me after, like, I think the 4th time I killed her and called me a faggot. And I was like, what? Why? Because I'm beating you? And then it's apparently because I'm picking Bologna, and only faggots pick Bologna, and that's a terrible thing to do, and she's an overpowered god. And I'm like, this is ranked. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Isn't that why there's picks and bans, so that you can try and get the best god possible? I don't... Why?
If you really think she's overpowered, ban her.
Oh, this person also got first pick, and they first picked Nike, and then were upset that I don't know, picked something that could beat them, and then beat them with it. And this guy, called me a faggot through whispers, and I tried to, tell everyone after the end of the game, like, hey, maybe you should report this guy, because, not the greatest person. And then, he admitted, yeah, I called you a faggot, and then tried to tell me to kill myself by hanging myself by a controller cord, which I'm not using a controller, so that was confusing, but...
Maybe that was his problem.
I don't know. Maybe you're trying to play PC Smite with a controller. But, yeah, just... I think that's the worst part right now, is just there's shit talking everywhere. Like, if I play a game and I'm having a rough game, like, just the bad attitude combined with the fact that it's a bad game makes me not want to play more games.
Even more than before, you're not allowed to have a bad game. If you're having a bad game, it's not because the enemy got ahead of you. It's not because, you just were off. It's because you suck. It's because you need to stop playing ranked, because you can't play Smite and you should uninstall.
And
I had somebody say that kind of stuff to me in a game where I ended up, I think, like 6 and 8, which, okay, 8's a lot of deaths, but we were way behind.
Like, I've had matches where everyone's doing bad, and then for some reason people start singling out me, and I'm like, I am by no means the worst person on the team. The people that are BMing me are doing worse than me. And going back to the whole ranks thing again, like things are starting to pan out because, a few of my friends now have, I think I've got 4 friends that have finally promoted into gold and only one that's gone to plat. But of all this list of friends, there were, I think, 3 or 4 that were in diamond and a bunch that were in gold and very few in silver and bronze. And now it's more towards the silver and bronze end with a few in a decent amount of gold and then like only 1 in plat. So I don't know if that's going to balance out more towards later on in the season or not, but I am not a fan of how things have turned out so far since the soft reset. And I don't know if it's the soft reset's fault or just the changes that have happened. But
Well, I know from watching, because I watch a lot of streams. I watch Barracuda. I watch Jeff Hindla. I watch iRaffer. Um, I watch Weekend sometimes. A lot of them have been having issues with the soft reset. And like, for example, I know DM Brandon, he went 9-1 in his qualifying games. Okay. And this is DM Brandon. He used to be, I don't know if he was ever a pro. I don't think he was, but he's, on that level. He's constantly in masters or grandmasters. He went 9-1 and he got placed into gold 4. So
yeah,
that's just as an example, just as, a point of reference, that's the kind of placements people have been getting this split after the soft reset.
but like if you take a look at the people listed in the Grandmasters tab, there's 6 names. 6. There's supposed to be, what, 25 people listed there? There's 6.
Top 25 people.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be the top 25 people in Masters, but there's only 6 in Grandmasters. And
I don't even see how that's possible.
I don't know, but you're looking at the list of Masters, there's not a whole ton. Like, scrolling through the diamonds, like, the lists have finally started to flush out. Like, there's more and more of them, but these lists used to be bigger. And
Right.
if you look at the list of people in... Here's a big one. The list of people in Bronze 5. Last split, there was next to none. Bronze 5 is now massive. And it doesn't even show all of them. It just shows the people of, like, 70 TP or higher. And the list, like, there's so many people in Bronze 5, the lowest rank, that they can't put any more people in Bronze, or that it can't contain them all within the list.
Really, those are people who last split would have been in silver and gold, who belong in bronze.
So overall, what do you think, it's better or worse than last split, and better or worse than season 3?
I'd say it's worse, if only just because last split, because of the way the placements happened, there were less people in silver who should have been in silver. So when I got placed into silver, I had moderately competent teammates, and now I have people who should be in low silver and high bronze who haven't gotten placed into platinum and diamond. So in that sense, it's worse. But once I finish clawing my way up to higher gold, lower platinum where I was, I think it'll improve because there'll be more people who belong there and fewer people who don't. What I just said makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes some sense. I think right now, like especially immediately after placements happened, like as I mentioned before, my friends list placed anywhere from bronze to diamond, meaning that the total player base was scattered out amongst a bunch of different ranks, amongst all 5 different categories, so that it was more specific, the type of people that you were queuing with. Like the player pool was more specified of who it was going to pull from it. Like if you're in gold, it's going to try and pull from the gold, maybe a little few of the silvers, a few of the platinums, in general, of course, But with my entire friends list getting placed into bronze and silver on placements, those first few matches were just like, hey, everyone from every skill level on my friends list is now just jam-packed into, we could all be in the same fucking match. It doesn't fucking matter. And it was awful. But the main reason why I'd say it's probably worse now is I'm going to go back to the bad mouthing. The bad mouthing on top of bad matchmaking right now is just, it's making it not fun.
Absolutely, I would agree with that.
Overall, not a great experience right now. Hopefully things get better. If you guys have different opinions or different stories on what you've been seeing, let us know in the comments section below. If you want us to talk about something else or more on this, let us know too. We can talk about it again in a future video. Anyways, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time.